Based on these fragrances in front of me, I'm gonna kill them this summer. Stay tuned for my list. What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Coach Rob 619 back with another top 10. This is the summer 2020 list, and here I got a couple of bangers in front of me that I don't think a lot of people on YouTube talked about. So let's jump right into the video. So to start this video off, guys, I'm gonna go into something that I haven't heard a lot of YouTubers talk about, and to me this was a great one, kind of under the radar scent, and that's Juniper SLING. This is a great fragrance in my opinion, perfect for the summer. It's kind of light, but what I really get from this and what I think a lot of you guys would appreciate if you like this fragrance, it kind of reminds me of Molecule 01. So if you like that fragrance, it kind of has that body, real musky, but it has like a pepper note to it that kind of, makes it a little bit more masculine. Like I said, it's real musky, it has a strong juniper note, so it kind of smells real boozy, like gin in the opening. So gin, a subtle citrus, that musky backbone with the like a black pepper. And as it's dried down, man, it stays fresh, but as it's dried down, it kind of gets a little bit aquatic. Not too much, a real subtle aquatic, but the main players is that juniper note and the black pepper and the kind of gin tonic kind of vibe. But this one is definitely a good one. So if you haven't, it's not too expensive. You can find this on like an online retailer for maybe about 80 bucks. Great fragrance for the summer. Check it out. Now coming in at number 9, this is one independent house. He made a great fragrance. I think this is one of his first intros to perfume making, or at least from his line that I heard about, and that's Gallagher Fragrances Bergamust. Now, this is a banger, man. This junk lasts for a fresh, citrus, kind of rolly vibe fragrance. This lasts all day. This is a beast performer. He has a notes on the back, so he has your bergamot, ocean mist, cedar, orange blossom, and ambroxan, and white amber musk. And that combination is great. You're definitely gonna get compliments with it. You're gonna smell like super unique with this one. Nobody else is gonna smell like bergamot around you, but it's a great neroli note. I think is what shines in this one, that orange blossom. Perfect for the summer. Check that one out if you haven't. Coming in at number 8, guys, this is a fragrance that I talked about years ago. I did a full review on this bottle, or this cologne, if you want to look into it, get a little more, further details. That's DIOR on Cologne. And this is a great one, man. I always put this out in the summer, spring also. It just works well. And if you guys see my full review, I mentioned to me that this smells exactly like a lemon Italian icy. Just kind of has like some cold effect, some chilling effect. It has that nice lemon, bright citrus, and it just comes off well in the summer. I love this fragrance, one that I always wear, always pull out in the summer. If you haven't smelled this, definitely do yourself a favor and go check it out. Now coming in at number 7, this is a great one. A lot of people talk about the flanker of this, but to me, I just like this. I like the original one so much that I always just spray it on during the summer, and that's Maison Francis Kurkdjian's AQUA Universalis. And this is a great one, guys. It kind of follows the same theme with most of the fragrances I just talked about. It's musky, it's citrus, but this one has a nice floral note like Francis Kurkdjian loves to do in his fragrances. If you're familiar with his house, he just does floral notes so good. And this one is no exception to the rule. It's just clean, elegant, citrus, floral, musky, just great fragrance. Doesn't last the best on the list, it doesn't last way, too long, but it's absolutely amazing to smell. I pull compliments with it, and it's just a classy scent. So check that one out also if you haven't. Now coming in at number 6, this is one we all know about, at least heard about, but for some reason from this house, this one is like, to me, one of the most slept on, underrated fragrances in this entire house. This is my fiance's favorite. This is the first Creed she wanted me to buy, and that's Creed Silver Mountain Water. This is her favorite from the house, and this is just absolutely amazing, man. I did a review on it. There's a clone of it, but it's just something about the Creeds that just have a signature vibe or feel that just stand out even amongst the clones, and Silver Mountain Water is no exception, man. It's just great. To me, the smell of this one is just real unique, man. Some people say it has a metallic vibe. I don't get that. It's kind of, but it does have like an icy kind of metal vibe, and I guess that's where they get the metallic from. But it's just something that's distinctive and unique, and it's just fresh. It's somewhat soapy, somewhat floral. It's airy. It's just a lot of elements, man, that it just stands out. And when you wear it, people are going to compliment you. People love this on me. I always get, you know, positive feedback when I wear this one, man, and it just does well in any warm weather, in the spring, anytime like that. Silver Mountain Water is a go-to, and if you're looking for something to add to your collection from the Creed House, definitely look into Silver Mountain Water. Now, coming in at number 5, this is one of my favorite fragrances in my collection. This one just does well in the summer and the spring, especially in the summer. It just shines. I love wearing this one during the summer season, and that's XERJOFF's UDEN. Great fragrance, man. If you know anything about the house, they do citrus as well, man. And this is definitely one that did well. It has a nice combination of things that you normally don't smell in the citrus. You get the citrus, you get kind of like a cinnamon vibe, you get a boozy vibe, kind of floral. It just has a lot of elements to it that just blend together well, and it performs on my skin. It projects like a beast, and I absolutely love it, man. So check this one out. I think most of you probably already smelled it. It has a nice vanilla vibe in there too. Some say it smells like Chanel's Chanel Homme Sport Edition Blanche. They say kind of smells like that. What it does, it has a similar vibe, but I prefer this over the Chanel. Great fragrance. Check it out. Now, coming in at number 4, this is probably something that's going to shock you guys. Most of you never heard of it. This is coming in at 40 bucks for a 1-ounce bottle, and it's blowing past some of these great fragrances that I just mentioned. But when I first smelled it, I absolutely loved it. It's kind of leaning on the side as femme. It's definitely a unisex fragrance. Some may say in the opening it kind of smells like a feminine frag, but to me it definitely dries down to a more masculine fragrance. But if you can get past the opening, and pretty much most of you guys, if you wear Baccarat Road 540 or you wear Amorous or anything like that, you definitely can pull this off. And that's Alexandria Fragrances New Year's Eve. Great fragrance. This just has a combination of notes that just go well together. And to me, the vibe I get from this is Baccarat Road 540 and Amorous, 2 fragrances I just mentioned. They kind of share. It doesn't smell like either one of them, but if you smell both of those, you're kind of familiar with the family of this fragrance. And it has a nice citrus, it has a nice vanilla vibe, sweetness. It has like a little bit of rose in the background, real subtle rose, and that probably what makes it a little bit more feminine. But it's not a strong rose. It's just somewhere in the background. And man, this stuff smells good. And I don't know what he put in this fragrance, but it like just projects like a beach. You have this big aura, this big cloud around you. You leave massive scent trails. Like when I wear this, people will recognize you, so it'll be easy on the sprays, no more than 3 sprays, and I usually go 5 to 7. But for this one, I'm going 3, max 4, depending on if I'm gonna be outside. If I'm gonna be inside, I'm definitely going 3. But check out Alexandria Fragrances New Year's Eve, and check out a lot of fragrances from his site, because he does, that company, they do fragrances well. The quality is there, the performance is there, and most important, the price is there. You're gonna get a great price for what you're getting, so you're definitely getting your value. Like I said, I put this at number 4, and it's like 40 bucks, and it's knocking off some niche stuff. So it's great juice. Check it out. Now, coming in at number 3, this is a fragrance I haven't really been wearing that much. I wore it a couple times, but I plan on wearing the hell out of it during this summer. I usually wear the flanker version of it, but I'm gonna give this one more of a try. I did like it when I wore it. It didn't last long enough, or maybe I was, I had nose fatigue or something. And that's ROJA Dove's ELYSIUM Parfum. Now, obviously, the perfume version is supposed to last longer on your skin, but for some reason, and this goes for pretty much all fragrances on me, the EDT always lasts longer or project. I ain't gonna say always, but a lot of the times, the EDT projects better off my skin and lasts as long as perfume. There are some perfumes and definitely some extracts that are beast mode on my skin, but for some reason, this ELYSIUM, the perfume, doesn't do as well as the cologne on my skin. I don't know, but I'm gonna wear this and get in what it smells like. We all know a lot of people say it smells like an Aventus. I agree with that. They do differ. Some people say Bleu de Chanel, which I really don't get. The one common note I do get though from the Bleu de Chanel comparison is that it has a strong grapefruit, and that grapefruit reminds me of Bleu de Chanel a little bit. It's kind of like what a Vintage did with the pineapple, they did with the grapefruit. So I still get the Vintage vibe, but it's just mainly grapefruit versus pineapple. But it smells great. You can tell there was some good ingredients in this. The sprayer is kind of weak. Like it's like a mist. It's like, I don't know, when you spray yourself, it's kind of like it mist on your skin. It doesn't really like saturate, and like you get a good like juice on you. So I think that's probably why it doesn't project or last that long on my skin, because I don't feel like when I spray, I kind of feel like it just went past my arm. It didn't really, you know, get on my skin. But smelling it right now, it smells good. So you're definitely gonna get compliments with it. It's a great smelling fragrance. It's hell of expensive, but it's good, and I'm gonna definitely give it a good try this summer. So that's what I'll be rocking at number 3. Now coming in at number 2, I just absolutely love this fragrance. I've been hyping it up for probably the past 5 or 6 months. As soon as I got it, fell in love with it. 2-3 sprays is all you need. I filled up whole restaurants with 3 sprays. Every time I wear it, I get a compliment. People love it. People will smell you. And that's NISHANE's HACIVAT. I think that's how you pronounce it. Great, great, great fragrance. This is an extract, so this lasts. Like I talked about ROJA Dove, how it's a perfume and it doesn't last. This beast mode. I'm not gonna get through this 50 ml bottle, because I'm telling you, I can go 2 sprays, one here, and I'm set. It lasts all day long. Probably the most beast mode citrus fragrance I've ever had in my collection, or ever been a part, like ever experienced. It's absolutely bonkers how long and how beastly this is for a citrus. And yes, it smells like a Vintage. It's a more musky version of a Vintage, but it has that pineapple note, done a little bit different, but it's elegant, smells good, compliment monster. Check this one out, and it's not that expensive. You can get it for probably like around $165. I'll put some sites in the video to where you can probably find a good deal on it, but check this one out if you can, especially if you're a Vintage lover, you love that vibe. This is the one right here. Now coming in at number 1, this fragrance right here is ridiculous. It knocked HACIVAT off the throne. I still love HACIVAT, still gonna rock the hell out of that. But once I smelled this, I was blown away. Now, I heard the hype about it, but I was never able to buy the original version. So this version is the 2.0 version. So the original has been sold out. People in the groups won't even trade it for you. They won't even swap it. They won't sell it to you. So that's when I knew it was some good juice. And that's the DIOR brand's CASIINO ELYXIR 2.0. Now guys, if they haven't sold out, you need to stop this video, run to the site, and purchase it. Because once it's gone, you're not getting it back. Trust me, because I couldn't find the original version, because once it sold out, it was a wrap. Now, with these expression houses like Alexandria Fragrance that I spoke about earlier, Alexandria Fragrances was the first that even got me remotely even interested in those kind of houses. Because as you can see behind me, I'm more about buying an actual bottle so I can do a review and, you know, show it for you guys. But plus, I just something about me just liking the original. But, you know, I realized that I'm not going to purchase every niche bottle for 400, 500 bucks. Like, I'd rather do other stuff with my money than just keep purchasing fragrances that I may or may not even like. So there's a niche there. There's an empty space in the market for, you know, Alexandria and the DIOR brand to make some quality fragrances that, you know, I wasn't willing to explore in the past. But since, you know, I've got a couple of those Alexandria fragrances and I've seen how close they are to the original, how good the quality is and how they perform, it made me a believer, man. So I got a few of those, and because of those, I said, well, you know, let me try the DIOR brand. Plus, I heard all the hype for this, you know, CASIINO ELYXIR, but I said, well, let me try it, and bought it for like $47, and I am not disappointed. I think I'm about to go buy me another bottle, because when it's run out, it's gone. And what this is, if you're not familiar with it, what this is a blend. It's a blend between Creative Ventus and Baccarat 540, and they put it together, and the blend is magic, man. It smells so good. The performance, it lasts so long, it projects like a beast. Like I said, I haven't had this for a long time, and I received like at least 8 compliments in a month and a half. And what's funny, 3 of the compliments my friends and family, like, it smelled so good. This is the first fragrance to where I had postponed compliments. And what I mean by that is that I was out with my boys, you know, the quarantine, you know how they lift it and then they bring it back. So the quarantine got lifted for like a week or two or whatever. So we went downtown, had our mask on, had, you know, at the bar. So I met one friend, he was there on time, met him, we was chopping it up. Then my other boy came, met him, and they didn't give me a compliment then, the day that they smelt it. These dudes literally waited like 2-3 days later, and when I seen them again, they was like, hey dude. And one of them was Alonzo Amazing. So if y'all remember Alonzo Amazing, he was a YouTube reviewer back in the day. We became close friends. He's here in San Diego with me. So he was the first guy. That's the first guy I'm talking about. And when he seen me the second time, he's like, hey man, I didn't want to say nothing, and you know, I didn't want to, you know, be funny or whatever, but dude, whatever you had on, you smelled good. Like, what was that? And then the second friend, I had went by his house a couple, you know what I'm saying, like a week or two later, and he said the same thing. He said, hey man, I forgot to ask you. Remember when we went out to the bar? Hey, what was you wearing, man? I want to get something. That stuff smelled good. So, you know, and then my girl, you know what I mean, my own fiance, she was pissed off at me. Y'all know how women are. She was mad at me, so when I was wearing it, she was pissed off at me, so she didn't want to give me my props. She didn't want to let me know that I smell good. So after we squashed up and we was cool again, she was like, hey, remember that fragrance she was wearing like a week ago when we was arguing? Hey, what is that? That smelled good. So those are my 3 postponed compliments, which I've never ever got before. Nobody ever kept it in mind that when I see Rob again, I got to make sure to give him a compliment because he was smelling that good. But this Casino Elixir 2.0 did that, so I ain't really got to go into it. Hey, it projects like a beast, it performs, it lasts so long. It's 2 of the greatest smelling fragrances combined in one. You can't go wrong with this. You're killing this summer with this. So check this one out, the DIOR brand Casino Elixir 2.0. That's my #1 for summer 2020. Until next time, depending on what the ladies say, determines what I spray. Peace.